Isso é o mínimo que o seu nutricionista ou médico precisa saber. Cuidado com fórmulas mágicas.
Evidence-based medicine can best be summarized by three principles. And the first principle is that some evidence is more trustworthy than other evidence. And specifically, we believe that randomized trials are more trustworthy than non-randomized observational studies. And within randomized trials are more trustworthy when they have safeguards against risk of bias, like concealment of randomization, like blinding, like making sure you follow up all your patients. So first principle of evidence-based medicine, a hierarchy of evidence. And that hierarchy of evidence has evolved over time and is now captured by the work of the GRADE Working Group, which has now a very well worked out formal structure of deciding what is high quality evidence, moderate, low, and very low quality evidence, considering issues of risk of bias that I've just mentioned, but also considering issues of the precision of the estimates coming out of systematic reviews. Lots of patients are a lot better than very few patients in making strong inferences about the research, and issues of inconsistency between studies, issue of indirectness of the results. So we now have a quite sophisticated structure with the principle is some evidence is more trustworthy than others, and we now have a very sophisticated structure for making those judgments. Second principle is the need for systematic reviews, the need to bring together all of the highest quality evidence. If you don't, you are at risk of selecting unrepresentative samples of the evidence. You need to bring it all together, both for making sure you have the whole picture and for, if possible, precise estimates from lots of studies with lots of patients. And the final principle of evidence-based medicine is a somewhat ironic one. Evidence by itself never tells you what to do. It's always evidence in the context of values and preferences. A simple example that I often use for this is you have a new anticoagulant that is supposed to prevent strokes, but it also causes bleeding. Reduction of strokes 2%, increase in bleeding 4%. Good idea to use the medication or not so good idea? Patients generally place a very high value on avoiding strokes, understandably, lifetime disability. Much lower value on avoiding a bleed, it's something you get over. So a 2% reduction in strokes can more than compensate for a 4% increase in bleeding, but that depends on the patient's values and preferences, how much they value avoiding strokes, how much they value avoiding bleeding. So third principle of evidence-based medicine, evidence never by itself tells you what to do, always evidence in the context of values and preferences.
All right. And what's
Gostou do conteúdo? Segue, curte e compartilha. Valeu!